One of the biggest earthquakes in North Carolina history has taken place just a short while ago. 5.1 magnitude earthquake strikes Sparta, North Carolina. That is Allegheny County. Biggest one in years. Welcome back, my friends. It is 11:11 on August 9th, 2020. That is 11:11 a.m. And just about an hour and change ago, we had a report of this 5.1 magnitude earthquake take place in North Carolina, specifically Sparta. We already have over 56,000 people have reported feeling this earthquake in the surrounding areas, including some damage reports. This article here by News Observer puts out a tweet by Chad Tucker showing some of the damage inside of his house. So we definitely had some significant shaking with this quake. I'm not sure about structural damage right now. We do have a lot of articles coming out about this quake. If I refresh here, we'll do this together. So we got articles as early as 56 minutes an hour, 2 hours ago. Fox News 5.1 earthquake rattles parts of North Carolina. Earthquake reported in Sparta could be felt across parts of central North Carolina, I'm assuming. The USGS put this out. If you felt the 5.1 Sparta, North Carolina earthquake, then be sure to submit a Did You Feel It report. That is basically what you see here on this earthquake.usgs.gov website. We can see that number is now over 56,000. If we refresh the page, you can see that number rising more and more. But yes, my friends, this is quite the event because not only is it rare to get this size earthquake on the East Coast, it's even more rare in North Carolina, apparently. So 1916 was the last time we had an earthquake of relevant size, I guess you could say. Some websites have it at 5.1 and some have it at 5.5, both of which are probably bigger than this 5.1. But nonetheless, the 3.7 kilometers in depth is very shallow, which is why the shaking was felt so much on the surface and why we're getting reports of damage. I just want to read this little part to you right now with a little bit of history about this. The U.S. Geological Survey confirmed a 5.1 magnitude earthquake Sunday morning with an epicenter in Sparta, North Carolina, and ripples felt as far away as Raleigh. Sunday's earthquake is the largest, look at that, the largest in North Carolina since the 5.2. This site's saying a 5.2 in 1916. Like I said, they range from 5.1 to 5.5 as far as the history goes for this 1916 quake. 5.2 magnitude quake in Skyland in Bancombe County in 1916. The earthquake happened at 8:07 a.m. on the border of North Carolina and Virginia. That's the most recent one we're talking about now. Near the town of Sparta, said Randy Baldwin, geophysicist with the National Earthquake Information Center in Colorado. So that's the information we have, at least on this website. Like I said, that info scales from that 5.1 to 5.5 range for that big earthquake in 1916. So we are right there on that line. And actually, before this event took place, we had about 4 mid 2.0 magnitude earthquakes that take place overnight last night leading up to this event. So we had almost like a precursor to this event, and they are expecting more shaking after this, whether those are going to be aftershocks or even a bigger quake than this. We got to keep an eye on how shallow this quake was. This is why people felt this everywhere and are still filling up this chart with people who have felt this quake. So this number is going to keep rising. We're at over 60,000 people right now. We got to keep in mind how populated these areas are, even though it's near farmland. Earthquakes spread out over a large area. I will keep up to date with these articles. As you can see, a lot of news sources putting out information on this, as this is a pretty rare situation not to get earthquakes in this area, but this size earthquake, we are battling some of the top earthquakes we've ever seen in this area. As far as magnitude goes, 5.1 is no joke, especially when shallow. Like I said, I will keep an eye on this for you guys, and we will keep an eye on Sparta, North Carolina. If anyone has any pictures or any reports of other sort of damage, no injuries reported as of right now, thank God, but I will keep you guys up to date as much as possible. Also, we'll have a weather update later on. We have waves coming off the West African coast. Exciting. Thank you all so much, guys. I'll talk to you all very soon. Shout out to Canada.